Update 7.2 is now available on the test servers for PUBG on PC. And this update has some weapon balance changes, some extra functionality for the gas can, as well as a slight change to the way vests behave. But really what Update 7.2 is going to be known for on PC is the introduction of bots and the new Ranked Mode. Now unfortunately on console, and you've probably heard at length about this, the bots on console were added with Update 7.1, and there was no other mode to play, so basically if you wanted to play PUBG after Update 7.1, you had to play with some bots in your lobby. While it is true that after you play a while, it is very rare for you to see a full lobby of bots. You mainly see about 20% in your lobby. There are still off occasions, even if you play religiously in the game, that you'll get 80% or more in your lobby. I've made a huge deal about this because I'm very passionate about the game and the experience that PUBG provides, and I think the addition of bots is a huge misstep, at least in the fact that we can't have another mode to play and we're forced to play with bots. And if you want to see my thoughts on everything related to the bots, I'm sure you can just check my recent videos and find a few of those to go through. But really in this video, what I want to focus on is the ranked mode, because I believe ranked mode will be coming to console, hopefully in Update 7.2 as well, and that'll give us our first chance to play the game again without bots. After Update 7.1 came out, all along they were saying once ranked mode comes out, you'll be able to play the game without bots. You won't have to worry about them being in your lobbies. And so obviously I was excited for this mode, and I wanted ranked mode to come out as soon as possible. I just wanted anything that I could just play PUBG again like it was before, without bots in the lobby just making a mess of the whole thing. But it turns out after looking through the details of ranked mode, it might not be that simple. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ranked mode. Let's go through all the details here, and then I'll give you my opinions as we go through and at the end. Now before we get started, make sure to like the video if you end up finding it useful, and subscribe to stay up to date on everything that I publish. With the addition of Ranked Mode, the survival title system has been discontinued. Only the matches you play in Ranked Mode will contribute to your rank, obviously, and the player's rank will increase or decrease after each match based on their performance. On the game's main title screen, you will have Normal Match and Ranked Match, and you'll have options for third-person perspective or first-person perspective Squad Mode. And you heard that right, it's only going to be Squad Mode, at least for the time being. There's no word, absolutely no word officially, if it's going to have solos and duos eventually. But they mentioned that you can play 1, 2, 3-man or full squads in these modes. And matches will feature a maximum of only 64 players. And it's promised that in these 64 players there will not be bots included in the match. But there's also 36 less players in the lobby. And not only that, only 3 maps are going to be available for ranked matches, and that's Erangel, Miramar, and Sanhok. So as soon as we get Vikendi back, as soon as Season 7 brings Vikendi back, you can't play it in ranked mode, so if you want to play Vikendi, you have to randomly queue up for 5 maps to try and get Vikendi, and then you'll also have bots in your match guaranteed. And even if it's only 20% bots, I still think that's too many, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. I'll have some thoughts and suggestions on what they can do, hopefully, to improve this with Update 7.2. There's also some additional requirements for starting a match in the ranked queue. All squad members must meet these requirements in order to begin matchmaking. A squad cannot enter the queue if 2 players who have completed placements, which are the first 5 matches that you play, are 2 apart from each other in rank, and that'll be 10 divisions separating them. But this doesn't seem like it's going to be a huge deal, especially if you play with a normal squad all the time. I don't think you'll run into much issue. But if you have a player that's super high ranked and a friend that's super low ranked, you absolutely will not be able to play ranked together. You'll have to play in the normal match with the bots. And depending on their platform and region, players may need to reach a minimal level of survival mastery before they qualify for ranked. And I think this has been said to combat against cheating. If you get your account banned, especially on PC, a lot of players just create a new account and then they play the game again and just keep cheating and causing havoc on the servers and on the gameplay. You're going to have to reach a certain amount of games played and a certain survival rank in order to actually qualify for ranked, and I think that's a pretty decent system. And also, depending on their platform or region, players may need to verify their account using SMS before they qualify for ranked mode, and if an SMS verified account is banned, the device connected to it will also be permanently blocked. So this is going to hopefully get rid of some of the cheating. Hopefully it eliminates a lot of it, a big portion of it, especially like I said on PC. Also, players who have received ranked matchmaking penalties for actions such as repeatedly dodging games after loading into an island will need to wait out a matchmaking penalty timer before they can play ranked again. So if you load in and you get Miramar and you get all mad and you back out just trying to get Erangel or Sanhok, you will have to wait. You see this in other games, especially with ranked modes, so that's also a decent inclusion. Players may cancel ranked matchmaking at any time with no penalty, but if they're in the lobby and they back out, that's when you can see that penalty take place. Now let's quickly blow through the rules of ranked mode. So like I said, it's only on Erangel, Miramar, and Sanhok, and Ranked Mode will operate under its own game settings. There's an overall increase of item loot spawns, there's no crossbow spawns, the red zone is no more in Ranked Mode, it will be completely removed, motor gliders are also removed, the timing and speed of the blue zone has been adjusted to increase the pace of play, and the exact settings are subject to adjustment throughout the season and especially at the start of new seasons. So this is not the same old PUBG that you know and love with the 100 players, the addition of gliders that came in Season 6, and the 5 maps that we've been playing in Season 7. This is going to be a different, unique experience, and while that's fine and good, the only other way to play normal PUBG now is with bots. There are a total of 6 tiers in the ranked system, so there's tiers and divisions to earn: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and master, and each of them has 5 divisions. A player's current rank is determined by their rank points, or RP, in a given queue, and at the start of each ranked season, players will be considered unranked in all queues. You have to play 5 games for placement, and then they'll put you in a tier, which will be your initial rank, and then you go up and down from there. There's also leaderboards and ranked rewards, so when you reach a certain tier after a season's over, you'll have some unique rewards to show off. But that pretty much does it for the ranked mode and the rules that it will include. Now, first off, I really am disappointed that it's only squads because a lot of times I like to play duos. I don't play solos, but I know a whole bunch of players play solos, and a lot of big streamers, especially on PC, play solo matches. You don't often see a whole bunch of big streamers squatting up together in PUBG because it's a game that, yeah, you can play it and pay attention to chat and interact with them at the same time, but if you have a full squad in your headset and you're trying to interact with your chat, it can be a bit distracting and it can get kind of crazy. So I do wonder how the big PC streamers are going to react to this. I want to see how Choco Taco is going to react to it, what he thinks, and Wacky Jackie, I know he plays tons of solo games. So I think it only being in squads is a mistake, first and foremost. I don't like the fact that it is. I think they're going to receive some blowback for that, and the fact that it only has 64 players, and they took out some things like certain weapons, the motor glider, and they changed the way the blue works. Now, some of that is changed because there's only 64 players, but at the same time, us console players, when we were told that once ranked mode comes out, we'll be able to play normal PUBG without the bots, this is not exactly what we all had in mind, I don't believe. Now, let's get into the bots, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because I've spoken at length about the bots and how terrible they are, and you know what PUBG probably needs to do to fix them, but I still think that there's way too many. At the very least, you see about 20% bots in your lobby. While you might not see them the entire match, they're still there, and it puts doubt in your mind when you know a bot is in your match and you hear somebody shooting a single tap M16, or you hear some full auto shots down the corner. You don't know right away whether or not it's a bot, and it kind of, you know, puts your guard down. Maybe you think it's a bot, you go to rush that player, and it's a real player, and they end up killing you really easy because you came out of cover like an idiot. So I, for one, am really interested to see how this works on PC, if they're going to make any adjustments in Update 7.2, because I think they need to do that. I really can't see some of these big PC players that have been playing for thousands and thousands of hours playing in a bot-filled lobby and actually not just quitting the game at that moment. They did stress in here that bots will only appear in normal games and are designed to appear less as your skill increases, but they're also aware of the current state of bots, and they're looking at feedback that we've been providing. They'll be adjusting the balance, intelligence, and functionality of the bots as time goes on, but my great hope is that with Update 7.2, they've already done some of that and they've taken note of what's gone wrong on console. If bots are like what they are on console on PC when it launches in Update 7.2, it is going to be a disaster. It'll be a long time before PUBG actually officially dies, but it can be dead to you before it's officially dead. Like I said in my previous PUBG video, I've uninstalled the game and I won't install it until there's a way to play without bots. And so if that is with Update 7.2, I guess that's when I'll be reinstalling the game to check it out. And hopefully my squad mates want to play so I can actually play ranked mode without having to play with bots. I'm really disappointed that Vikindi's not in ranked mode because we just got the map back, and if I want to play without bots, I simply can't play that map. And like I said, I'm disappointed that ranked is only in squads so far. So if I could just offer one point of advice before I close out this video here, please, please, please adjust the maximum amount of bots. And then the maximum once you become a quote-unquote experienced player in Season 7. Hopefully that's like 10 or 15. Something lower even than 20%, because even that number I feel is too high. And hopefully at some point down the line, if you've proven to PUBG that you're a player that can actually hold their own, or you don't need these bots in your matches, maybe we can just not see bots at all, or very, very few in our matches. But as always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the new ranked mode. I for sure will go try it out and see what it's like. I really want PUBG to succeed. I want it to climb out of this hole that they've dug themselves in, because I enjoy the game unlike any other, especially when I'm playing with my friends. So really all I want is a way to do that like we did before all those thousands of games and 2.5 years that I played before Season 7 came out. Remember to like the video if you found it useful, and subscribe to stay up to date on everything that I publish. Also follow me on Twitter at YTBoris15. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you later.